Alrighty, I'm sure it's no big news that VR is seriously suffering. Come on, look at everything that's been going on. Today we're gonna go in depth about all the situations, including Tactical Assault VR, Combat Waffle Studios, Beyond Sandbox, and Caveman Studios, and what the future of VR could possibly look like. Alrighty, before we get started, I want to give full and total credit to this content creator, Tired Infantryman. He made this video and we are going to go over some recaps of the video.
This is going to be my explanation with all the evidence I was provided with by staff team and members. For years, the developer behind Tactical Assault VR has been known online simply as Jarvis. Recently, though, members of the community began sharing public records that came out recently, connecting Jarvis to a 2020 criminal FBI investigation in Las Vegas. Jarvis publicly confirmed in his Discord server that he is the individual named in those records. That means this is no longer a question of identity. On July 8, 2020, the Las Vegas Review-Journal reported that Jarvis Sango had been arrested during an FBI child exploitation task force operation. According to the arrest records summarized by the newspaper, an undercover officer posed online as a prostitute. During the conversation, the officer informed Sanko that the prostitute was 15 years old. The article reports that Jarvis continued communicating and later arrived at the agreed meeting location, and police arrested him there.
So yeah, long story short, Tactical Assault VR is in a very sticky situation right now. Of course, with the horrible things that Jarvis did, I wouldn't really support the game either. I mean, I do own it and I am going to uninstall it and not play it anymore, but it kind of stinks, you know, because give credit where credit is due. Tactical Assault VR was an absolute banger. It was super fun to hop on, clear rooms, and act like you're actually going on military operations, but now I have to stick with Onward, which kind of sucks. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't excuse the horrible things that Jarvis did, and it's certainly not gonna see itself in my library on Steam or on MetaQuest anymore. It's just it's kind of disappointing, you know, because you work so hard on something and then it's just because you made one stupid mistake in your past, it's all gone. All the progress, everything is just. I'm not even going to go deeper into it because it's already giving me a headache, but if you want the full video and full explanation, it is going to be the first link in the description. Now moving on to something more familiar for me as a former content creator for the game Ghost of Tabor, we are going to be going over Combat Waffle Studios, which is the studio behind Ghost of Tabor, Grimm, and countless other VR games. It's no secret that Combat Waffle Studio is walking through some pretty thick mud right now. We're going to be going over the situation with Viewy, the situation with Tabor Legacy, and then also the situation with the community. Starting off with Viewy, if you didn't hear, Viewy was fired. Some people are saying it's for no reason, some people are saying for it's the wrong reason. But nevertheless, Viewy has been saying some very interesting things about Ghost of Tabor. Viewy has been saying some very interesting things about Combat Waffle Studios, more so some racial slurs that have been going around Combat Waffle Studios. Now, I'm not going to stick my head too far up this problem, but I don't think Viewy would lie about something like this, and I really do hope that it's not the case with Combat Waffle Studios. But moving on, we're going to go to Tabor Legacy. Now, I'm sure everyone knows the deal with Tabor Legacy right now, how it's not going to be receiving updates, yada yada yada. I mean, it's been copied and pasted everywhere at this point. I think Tabor Legacy is going to be amazing for Combat Waffle Studios for about 2 months. I mean, think about it. We're playing the same exact version of Ghost of Tabor over and over. Nothing new. The only thing that's going to change is your bunker. You're only going to receive gear and lose it. And if someone finds a duping bug, then everyone's going to have a duping bug at their disposal. It's overall really not going to be fun after the first maybe wipe or two. But it is definitely going to be amazing to feel that same bit of nostalgia that we all have missed on the old island of Tabor. Now going on to the community side of things, people have been giving mixed signals like crazy. Some people think it's going to be a good thing, some people think it's the best thing that's ever happened to them in their entire life, and most of the people who think that have never played OG Tabor. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's the 5-year-olds who just got their Oculus Quest last Christmas. But nevertheless, I'm happy to see Ghost of Tabor making a comeback. But Radius Lemon actually did make a really, really good video on this, on how it's probably going to be the last bit of Ghost of Tabor, which he made some really good points in it. So I'll leave that video, second link, down in the description. Now we're going to be moving on to Beyond Sandbox, and I believe that Beyond Sandbox is just a waste of money. I mean, not a lot needs to be said. It's an early beta. Yeah, multiplayer is built in and it's good, but if you have a PC, you can get a multiplayer on Bone Labs for free. And I understand that it's trying to be like a remake or a competitor to Bone Lab, but like, you can't really replace something that doesn't need to be replaced, you know? It was kind of a stupid idea in the first place, in my opinion. You know what? They put in good work, but I honestly don't think that Beyond Sandbox is going to be performing as good as they advertised it to be. Because I'm gonna be honest, we all saw the YouTube shorts, we all saw the advertisement, and we all thought that it was going to be the best game to come out this year, only for it to absolutely flop and get clowned on by everybody who bought the game. So honestly, if you ask me, just save your money, save up for freaking Bone Lab or something. Like, I don't know, dude. It's not worth the money, most likely. And then lastly, to end it off on a sweet note, we're going to be going over Caveman Studios. Now, Caveman Studios is the studio who brought you Exfil Battle Royale, and the other game modes that they have. I don't know what other games Caveman Studios made. I assume I'll put a couple on screen. I'm not really familiar with their studio. But the work they've been putting into Exfil really makes me interested in seeing where it's gonna go. I think Exfil and other games like Green Hell VR, up-and-coming games that are still in development, things like that, are really gonna be the only option to save VR. And I feel like Caveman Studios is really kind of hitting the nail dead on with the way they're developing their game and the way they're pushing out new content. I mean, look at the new Revolver, you guys. That shit is sick. You can do tricks and flips and everything. It just kind of sucks that it's not really that functional inside the actual game. Maybe in PvE it's cool, but not in PvP. I got a chance to try it. It's not the best. But, you know, it's really the attention to details that are gonna sell people. Like, being able to interact with the Revolver in all the different kinds of ways you're able to, it's really amazing. It's really like nothing in VR before. I don't even think I've experimented with any models even as close in quality as to what that freaking Revolver, dude. Like, it's freaking sick. No glaze, just giving credit where it's due. Now, of course, as someone who grew up on VR, playing Rec Room with my friend, playing Ghost of Tabor in its early stages, and overall just playing like an absolute brain-dead child, because I pretty much was at that point, it's really, really sad to see something as precious as VR going this downhill, especially with all the drama and everything. If you ask me, I think people need to start playing video games for fun again. Everyone takes everything way too seriously, and at the end of the day, it's pixels on a screen. It's not going to be relevant in like 3 or 4 years. Just use it as a way to pass time, honestly. Alright everybody, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, subscribe, because we are going to have absolute bangers coming out very soon. I'm kind of coming back to YouTube. Some people know me as a previous YouTuber, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna head out. You guys, have a good night. Adios.